Good morrow.
Hello,
Fucking sup.
how it be? All those things. We'll get the comments up here in just a second. Uh, there we go. But hello,
Oh my god. Wow. It's fucking Thursday.
we made it another week.
Wow.
We exist in this day and age still, and even though I'm weeping on the inside, I'm glad to be here with y'all.
We're still in this timeline. Yay.
All jokes aside, we are happy to be here.
Yes.
It has been an interesting couple of days today.
Uh-huh. And yesterday.
And yesterday, but specifically today, as the aftermath of yesterday is still kind of cruising. For those of you that didn't know, there was a lot of shit going on yesterday. So one of the things was a full solar eclipse.
Yeah.
If you guys didn't know, that was happening to the well north of us. Most of the extreme north of the planet is the only ones that actually saw the actual full eclipse. I think the lowest country that was able to see any kind of like substantial eclipse was Spain,
Yeah.
if I remember right.
I think you're right.
We also had 6 planets
Mm-hmm.
in an interesting convergence.
A full
So
6.
yesterday morning, if you had the ability, you could be at a high altitude and actually point out 6 different planets that were actually surrounding ours, at least by the way it looked. And that was pretty cool. As well as the Perseid meteor shower that has been going on since the 11th.
It still
It still is. Tonight is the last night of quote unquote peak as far as the meteor shower. It'll be waning into tomorrow. We also had a new moon.
Yeah, we did.
And a bunch of other shit. It was the last day of the Lionsgate celestial portal. So there was a number of things going on
Not
over
to
the last little
mention
bit.
storms. Like, it was a lot.
Heavy storms throughout the country, as well as solar storms smacking the atmosphere. It's been an intense situation. Um,
So if you're like, why the fuck do I feel the way that it is? I need somebody that likes tarot cards to tell me why I'm feeling gross.
Now you know.
There you go.
Most of that is science, but here we are. If you want something that's a little bit closer to astrology, Venus is in its elongation, meaning that it is at its point of the farthest in its oval, so its orbit. And because of that, relationships feel like this. They feel not necessarily tense, but that they're slipping away. And some people are going to be able to deal with that and go, that's not actually what's going on. And some people are going to do the opposite. They're basically going to be those particular people that either push people away so that they're not the ones that are rejected, or they're going to be those people that are hounding their phones, waiting on that text bubble to actually, pay out. Be aware that what it is that you feel is valid, but what you feel may not be the actual situation. Right now, perception is really kind of fucking skewed, and being able to take a breath and take a moment and process the situation for what it is very much needed. A lot of this stuff is going to pass over the weekend and it's going to get a little easier. But for right now, it's kind of a clusterfuck for some people.
Yeah.
And now you kind of have an idea why. Also, with all the stuff going on, for those of you that are sensitive to geomagnetics, so you understand the Schumann resonance as far as, the actual vibration of the earth itself. So the actual frequency of geomagnetics. If you're sensitive to geomagnetics, so the electromagnetic frequency that the planet itself puts off, you're going to get worn out. It is going to actually drain you. You are going to feel a lot more tired. You are going to have, exhaustion or fatigue symptoms. things like that, they'll pass. But for right now, it's going to be a struggle bus for some people that are physically, and I'm putting that out there on purpose that way, physically affected by shifts in geomagnetics. You're going to wind up being a little bit off your game.
But good news, Central Kentucky Mystical Market is this weekend. We'll fucking be there. So will Tyree. And he'll be here in a minute, I think. But
we'll see.
We'll find out.
We were threatened with his presence.
It's a good time.
It is always.
But the Central Kentucky Mystical Market will be this weekend at 1165 Center Parkway here in Lexington, Kentucky. If you need a booster, if you need a little bit of help figuring out why your perspective was rough, or whatever happened this week that you got some insight on, so there's gonna be a lot of different people that can help you out.
Oh yeah, 100%. Plenty of vendors, so you can get some stuff for your altar, some work supplies, some cool stuff. There's going to be plenty of readers, including ourselves, Miss Joni Kahn, Courtney. There's going to be a bunch of people.
Roanoke.
Yeah, with Roanoke. Obviously, Druzy does it, April, and Deb and Teresa, Rocky Hounds, Gracie with Mama's Mountain Magic. There's going to be a lot of people there.
Plinkies,
Jesus.
If we keep listing, we're going to be here for a while. But that's this weekend. Come see who all will be there. So we don't have to list them for you.
Yeah, it makes our job easy.
Yeah. That's this weekend.
Coming up in September. So for those of you wondering where classes are, guess what? If you've missed classes and you've paid for those classes, we're going to be doing a makeup weekend in September. So for everybody that hasn't been able to connect to us, or us not being able to connect to you, we are using class weekend to make sure that you get your class that you paid for.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a makeup month, so be prepared for that. We will be coming back sometime with classes.
Keep you guys updated, because we may be switching up the way that we do classes as far as the order of them. Actually, we may poll you guys. Do you want us to do more 300 level classes and spread it more often than the 1s and 2s? Do you want to keep seeing the 1s and 2s more often than the 3s? We'll set a poll up.
Actually, that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, y'all decide. Y'all tell us what you want us to do.
Yeah, let's see about it. Thank you guys, everybody who has been attending these classes. Yeah. Thank you guys for everyone that comes and sees us at events. Obviously, we're still coming off the high of it. Thank you guys, every one of you who donated and was a part of, even if all you did was watch a little bit or share out.
Or comment or like.
To do the thing-a-thon.
Thanks, guys, seriously. And we're still really proud of that. We're still learning and referencing back that footage, actually. So
there are plans to do our next one. As we've stated, we've got the big one that we're doing in the summer, which is going to be an annual Do the Thing-a-thon. And we've got one that we're doing in the holiday season in winter, late fall into winter, which is going to be our holiday charity. It's going to be a little bit smaller. It's going to be a little bit more intimate because, it's the holidays. Everybody's got stuff to do and things going on. But we are still going to try our best to raise some money for people that need it, or towards a charity. We may pull you guys for said charity.
We'll see what happens, because oftentimes when that starts to surface around, usually someone that needs a little bit of the extra help pops up.
It's been interesting every time we have, the last two specifically, but every time we have gone to raise money for any kind of reason, usually it comes out that someone in the community needs it. So we're just trying to make sure that we can set aside specific times to actually raise good money, with your all's help, of course. to help these families out. Last year during the holidays, you guys helped 2 different families receive a really awesome Christmas. So, hopefully this year we can do the same, if not better.
Yeah, that's the goal, guys. It's always to do better. And that September, October, well, in the third weekend in September, we will not be at the Central Kentucky Mystical Market. We'll actually be at Eastgate with the girls for their Sacred Journey Dark Market.
Absolutely. Looking forward to that as well. Come out, see everybody. You're going to see some familiar faces, some that you don't know. I know that there is a psych witch that is supposed to be there. I'm not familiar. A lot of other people probably are. You can enlighten us in the comments as to who this individual is, but she is a internet personality as well as a reader and author and a bunch of other different things. Come out and see her. Obviously, we're going to be there. There's going to be a lot of awesome people there. I don't know if are the Connors doing.
Yes, they are.
So Misty and Ashley are going to be there. Miss Pat
O'Keefe will be.
I was about to say Miss Pat O'Keefe is going to be there. I think Rose. I almost said Rose Howard. She's on my mind. Rose Campbell, I believe, is going to be there. There's going to be a bunch of people that are going to be up there. Come out and see everybody, hang out, have a good time.
Yeah.
Bring friends that are scared of weirdos.
That's always fun
Yeah,
for us.
Absolutely. We like being those intense, weird people.
So that being said,
as I'm wearing the shirt I'm wearing.
Oh yeah, I forgot you were wearing your weird shirt.
It is my weird shirt.
It's time to get weird. And it's a cat clock with 3 eyes.
Yeah. From that cursed ass
Ripley's, believe it or not, in Texas.
On the Alamo grounds. Because, that's the most...
Fuck.
That's what you do.
We have a ticker, and I will probably have to reference it a few more times tonight.
We usually do. We do that on purpose, letting you guys know, you guys as well as the algorithm and the Facebook powers that be. We do have a ticker. This is an 18 plus show. We are not medical or mental health professionals. Wanting to put that out there because guess what? Tired of getting fucking flagged.
It's really annoying.
It really is. Also, for you sad bastards that like to actually put your bots on other people's stars, wanting to let you know that there's going to be something in place for you.
Please stop being assholes, guys. It's a lot easier to be awesome.
Earn your own money, get a goddamn job, and get a life. There's not a reason to steal from other people. Especially when 90% of what you guys decided to steal from was charity. And here's the thing. Going to put this out there to the community so that you guys can also shake the Facebook cage a little bit. This is something that really kind of pissed me off, and I'm going to get this off my chest real quick before we get into the topic. We were flagged for our Do the Thing-a-thon.
Mm-hmm. We were actually.
We were copyright struck for the Do the Thing-a-thon.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all want to know exactly what got us copyright struck? Ray's Memorial.
His tribute video got us copyright struck.
By not 1, not 2, but 5 different entities.
When it was a free song.
Royalty free.
Mm-hmm.
That's some sad shit.
Yeah. Yeah, because we actually haven't talked about that on here.
Nope.
But yeah. For those individuals that decided to be those types of people, good luck sleeping at night.
God help you. Hope you get everything you deserve, and hope you get everything you deserve.
So, back to stuff and things.
Yeah.
We got stuff coming. We got stuff we're doing. And we are hot button topicking this month.
We are. I had to get myself riled, If I'm
You had
gonna
to pregame a little bit,
right,
You had to pre-rage.
I had to pre-rage. If I'm gonna old man, like real grind my gears, kind of old man, I have to kind of work into it. This isn't the individual that I like to be.
True. I mean, you do kind of have to, you gotta lube the gears up first.
I have to be pissed before I can be pissed.
Yeah.
Or I have to be shitty before I can be shitty. It's a whole thing.
Yeah. So, that being said, last week was an interesting topic. Sweet God, Red Bull. We're not sponsored. We could be.
We could be not sponsored,
but we could be.
Could be sponsored.
Any energy drink companies that want to sponsor us, fucking hit us up.
Lord, we whore y'all enough.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Usually more than ourselves.
Actually. But so tonight's podcast is we'll let you go wherever you want with that. But the topic is actually going to be kind of an interesting one. We get asked this and told stuff like this more often than what I would like to admit publicly. So, tonight's topic. You were Cleopatra too?
The fact that everybody is, quote unquote, we're putting that in air quotes, the fact that everybody is royalty or some kind of high stature in a different life. I find that really interesting. So
that's actually kind of kick ass.
What's that?
Keith said I tried to get Budweiser to sponsor me. They sent me a shirt and a hat.
That's actually solid.
That's amazing.
Though. That's good stuff. It's one of those, all right, little buddy, but still at the same time, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
A hat and a shirt.
That's kind of cool. So past lives and royalties.
So and royalties. So the big thing here, and this is literally preaching to the choir, but just in case we have listeners, watchers that are new to the game or new to our approach to the game, a past life is obviously exactly what it sounds like. It is where you lived before. You had an entire existence before this one, and then you decided to transition. You died, and then you decided to come back, and now you have this life. Literally, past lives are just that. They are past lives. They are entire rounds of full life cycles. And most people, and I will say that way, most people, a good 9 out of 10 have been around the block several times, more than a fistful. And the reason why is the soul may be eternal, that's true, but the body is flimsy and weak. It is a water balloon filled with red paste that is smaller and most of the time a lot more give way than everything else around it. You will eventually be the nail underneath the hammer. That is unfortunately the way of it. That being the case, some people have opportunities, and I'm going to put it that way because depending on what it is that you subscribe to, some people believe that you sign a soul contract. I don't believe in that. That is your particular go. If you do believe in that, that's awesome. I'm not going to shit on that or anything else.
Rock out.
Right. That's your gig. Hey, I agreed to this.
Just be aware that you...
That's the thing.
Don't be blaming other motherfuckers.
Oh, it's everybody else's fault. Even though I believe in soul contracts. Well, let me tell you something, son. You signed on that dotted line and you didn't read the fine print. That's you that fucked yourself. But some people believe in soul contracts. All right, I'll go back for these reasons, and I agree to these terms. Some people believe that it is a reincarnation thing, whereas some people pass on and they don't come back. Some people have to come back for uh, very interesting reasons. We have to come back to learn lessons, is usually the thing on that. We're reincarnated so that we can be a better person or a different person or learn different things.
Also, momentary pause
Uh huh.
for algorithm, people in the comments that watch this later, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Please keep in mind, these are our stances.
It's terrible that we have to stop and throw all these disclaimers, but apparently this is what social media is anymore. And
Please be advised, we have made the disclaimers. This is our show that you're watching, that you are choosing to watch. These are our opinions. These are our beliefs.
if we are stating certain things, like I currently am, that is the reason why we usually go in length about the different understandings of philosophies. It's so that we are actually trying to be 100% open and 100% about anyone's beliefs that we can.
Mhm.
If our beliefs do not match those of other people, we cannot help that. However, we are open to listen to those things. I, again, despise the fact that these disclaimers have to be thrown when it's such a trivial fucking. Anyway, you want to see the old man come out, that's the quickest way to have it happen.
That actually kind of killed me. So, comments. Wait, what? You mean someone can think or believe differently from you and you don't have to tell them they are wrong?
No,
Shocked Pikachu.
motherfucker, no. You can be an adult. You too can do it.
I was a royal in all of my past lives. ... And then the next comment, he responded again and was like, a royal pain in the ass. But the fucking comment that killed me.
Full flaming Elmo, just
The comment that killed me was Mantis. I was a cicada in 1542.
you know that one. That one's the one I would gravitate towards. That's one I would gravitate towards. But getting back into it, and y'all don't be surprised if we have to take the mood of things down again to throw more disclaimers.
Yeah. Honestly, just do them as I get the nudge to. Because if I'm catching a nudge to, that means we need to. But that's why these topics are hot button, because they shouldn't be.
It really takes the wind out of the sails. And letting everybody know, again, it's the same thing that I do when I'm going over the history of things, holidays, stuff like that. Yes, for entertainment, because that is what this is supposed to be, as well as information. We're trying to be informative, but we have to give it in ways that are entertaining, otherwise it'd be boring as fuck. I go a little bit farther than I should and normally would in typical conversations. Does that mean that I am intentionally trying to be a problem, or that we are intentionally trying to hurt people's feelings or cause problems? No, we are not. It is for entertainment purposes that I go a little bit farther than I should. I like doing that because it's less boring for me. Because if I have to sit here and go off a fucking script, I am going to want to slam my head into the table I'm currently resting on. So putting that out there, some of this is for fun.
Some of it is for fun.
We tell dark jokes. We have dark humor. We laugh at things that are inappropriate. biggest reason for that is we are trying to be relatable. We are trying to get past the uncomfortable nature of what it is we are talking about. As she literally breaks over your all's comments. So before she gets into that shit, and we wind up here for another 15 or 20 minutes.
Oh no, it was just one more, but it was funny.
What is it?
I was a piss boy in 1700s France.
Who? Of course. Gonna be changing the name in the chat. You did that to you. So
back to the topic at hand. Past lives. They are a hot button topic for a lot of people.
Some people believe that you have one and only one. Some people believe that you have multiple. And the truth of the matter is it could be either. It is completely up to you and what it is that you agree to. And what I mean by agree to is not a contract. You're always going to have the option to come back. It's your particular yay or nay that has you come back. The soul is eternal. That's the point. It's a piece of divine. Doesn't give a fuck about you, about the body you have, about anything that you learn other than the fact that you're learning it. Its job is to record what it is that you do for the divine's understanding. That's literally fucking it. Rest of it is your problem. It's literally a decision of your soul to go, hey, I could go and do that. When the divine is like, hey, I want to understand these random fucking things that don't really make any sense at the moment, but will later.
Cough, cough, piss boy.
Cough, cough, piss boy. Does anybody understand that they are a piss boy? Not until they're pissed on. It's that kind of a thing. But once you understand you're a piss boy. It's literally the same kind of thing. If the divine is like, yo, piss boy, go get pissed on, and you agree to be said piss boy getting pissed on, that is exactly how things go. Some people believe in full reincarnation, like most Buddhists or Hindus. They believe in full incarnation, which is, we cease to be humans and can come back as a animal or a labor animal, like a mule or an ox, or come back as a parasite or a slug or a snail, different things based off of our karma. Or we can come back as royalty, something higher than we were, at least as far as societal understandings. Now, some people who shall remain somewhat nameless. I'm going to say somewhat because, may have a name or two thrown out, but some people believe that they are the the reincarnation of specific ascended masters or royalty or nobility, some kind of situation. The likelihood of that is rare. One person out of millions to billions to even trillions, depending on what era, and you sharing the same existence is rare. Extremely so. The odds are astronomical. So what happens when you have one person who is like, yo, using the title as a demo here. You have one person that's like, yo, I was Cleopatra. And then you have 300 other people going, so was I. So, how many of you actually were fucking Cleopatra? The answer to that is possibly one of you. The likelihood of that is still fucking slim. Not everybody was royalty or some kind of ascended person. Um,
You physically just can't be.
it just actual law of averages. There's no fucking way that's possible. And there's a lot of people that use that as a clout thing or as a, well, I know all these things that, a National Geographic episode, a couple of magazines, and some time in a library would teach you too. I know all these things, but because you're too lazy to actually go outside of a Facebook scroll or a TikTok, deep dive, I can tell you anything and you'll fucking believe it, because the best that you'll get is going to Google and asking if my question or answer to your question is correct. And Google's going to go, yeah, here's this base information that I gathered from Wikipedia to tell you that, yes, this random person you don't know was probably Cleopatra, because they somehow knew this same shit that they could get from a fucking trivia show like Jeopardy.
You know who I would believe is the actual Cleopatra reincarnated? The one who can tell me where her tomb is.
Truth. True. It's intense, y'all. It's fucking insane. And here's the interesting thing. Why does it matter?
That is the real question.
Why does it matter? Even if that is absolutely true, and who knows, somebody out there watching
Could be.
could be. All jokes aside, I'm sure the fucking comment section's about to explode. But, literally, even if someone out there was, what the fuck does that have to do with this day and age? What the fuck does that have to do with you living this life? What the fuck does it have to do with anything?
Because here's the thing. That was then. And is it cool that, if you can actually, prove, which if you can suffer through, the ego checks, the fucking self-doubt, all that shit, and still have the ability to go, I know I was this person because of this. And I can tell you this. And first of all, you don't have to explain it to me. That's not my business. But if you can do all those things, first of all, good for you. And then the next question that I'm going to ask you is, so if you know all of those things, what does that have to do with this life? Like, what did you actually bring forward? What lessons did you learn that you don't have to repeat now? Or what lessons are you learning now that you've had to fucking repeat?
Because you're going to wind up with people like a lot of us in this community. And by community, I don't necessarily mean metaphysics. I mean actual here in this society, as far
Day and
as
age.
yeah, as far as like day-to-day mundane shit. People are going to look at you, one, like you're fucking batshit, and two, literally with that question that she just posed, what have you done? What have you brought forward? And lastly, it's going to be and
Or depending on where you're at, a very sassy comment back. Well, that's cool. My great aunt Susie's cousin's left hand's donkey was, the one that pulled your horse carriage. Something sassy as fuck back.
It's amazing to have those experiences if you've had them. Putting it out there that maybe, perhaps, someone out there actually has some form of proof that they were some kind of highborn person or nobility, some kind of royalty or person in power, it's wonderful that you had that experience. It's cool. It's great.
It's also tragic.
It very much so is, because what did you actually accomplish?
Not only that, but especially back in those days, ancient Egypt, Samaria, Maya, like all of the ancient civilizations, even up through fucking, recently. You know who usually dies first?
Royalty.
Royalty.
Usually because they're corrupt as fuck. But either that, or they're seen as a threat to other positions, or they are seen as weak because of compassion, or whatever. Insert reason. They're usually the first person to kick off in a civilization. I mean, calling it what it is. Look at the Egyptians.
Death. You accomplished death.
Uh-huh.
That was the goal.
You succeeded in the goal. You succeeded in the goal.
You got there first.
You done it. You did it earlier than most people. But the big thing here is what does that actually afford you? Knowing that you were some kind of big shot. What does that afford you? Especially, as we've been saying a lot, looking at this day and age as opposed to when you were that particular person, what does that really give you?
What changes now?
So you can't apply the same things that you could back then, at least as far as economy, as far as infrastructure, as far as those kinds of things. You can't apply that to this day and age. So what are you left with? You're left with life lessons. Well, if the only thing that you are focusing on is the fact that you were that royalty, then now you understand why you died earlier than some others.
Question.
There he is.
Yes.
He exists.
It's purple.
He did it.
The answer is purple.
Actually, it might be in this case. So, what would you tell somebody that walked in highfalutin going, well, I was all of these, royalties in my past lives?
Well, the first thing would be, and as I mentioned earlier, the first thing would be, and especially if they're, well, I was all these things and I would like to talk to you. Well, I was none of those things and I shouldn't have to talk to you, is the first thing that's going to happen. And the second thing that's going to happen is, and what would you like to talk to me about? If you are these particular things incarnate, then I would be a peasant or a plebeian, correct? So what is it that you have for me? What kind of wisdom can you impart on me that is going to change my life and help me achieve some form of greatness that you think you achieved in a life that was eons ago and makes no fucking difference to me? Tell me exactly right now what it is that you can offer this world. And when they don't give me that answer, I'm going to shoo them off, because all flies like to buzz around shit. I don't agree. I'm not a fan. It is ridiculous. It's one thing if you bring the knowledge forward. It's one thing if you bring the philosophy forward. It's one thing if you actually contribute to your society, to your community, if you teach people, if you actually attempt to carry things forward. The foundation was started in your day and age. How has it progressed? Well, it was like this. Okay, so this is what we did then as opposed to now. You can literally do a lot more than just toot your own fucking horn.
I'm going to sidebar and sidestep for a second. Because if you walk up to one of us and you're like, so I am aware that I was a certain person in a past life, certain royalty, and I was Cleopatra. I need help with the trauma that happened from that life because I cannot handle it now.
That's an interesting go, because that separates it.
And that would be a different situation, because if you're coming to us and you're like, hey, I had a lot happen this in this past life, and I'm pretty sure that I had, portions of my soul that got disjunctioned. I need help getting back whole, or I need help with the pain bodies that, the heavy traumas that carried forward. One, I'm actually going to fucking believe you. And two, that's a different conversation.
Right. It's not, respect me because I'm a long since dead noble.
Kick dirt.
Literally.
Kick dirt.
Kick rocks, fucker. It's fuck the aristocracy. It's that kind of vibe. But it's another thing if you're like, look, I don't quite understand everything that happened, but I do understand the position that I was in. Here are some dreams I've had. Here's some situations that I remember. Here's some things that I've been to a regressionist to find out. Different things like that. Absolutely, 100%. I'm right here with you. All right, let's talk it out. What you got? Because here's the interesting thing, and this is one of my favorites. You can always tell if I have two people in front of me and both of them are claiming to be Cleopatra. One is typically going to be loud and boisterous and, oh, I did all these things and I did all this stuff, similar to what it is that we started the rant with.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I did all this stuff that you can look up on Google or watch a National Geographic episode on.
Or watch The Mummy.
Or, oh, Jesus. Or watch any kind of, ancient Egyptian movie or TV show or whatever. I've can cite all this stuff and it's literally just excerpts from a fucking movie script. Which has happened, by the way. And then you have the other one that is quiet. The other one that doesn't want to say it. Not the, well, you're going to think I'm crazy. Not those people. The ones that don't want to say it. The ones that don't have to. Okay, well, here's the things that have happened to me. These are the things that I've experienced in a past life that were carried forward. Well, those things sound an awful lot like, yeah, a lot of people say that. Do you think that you could have been, that's beside the point. This is what's going on. Those people that you don't really have to draw inference, and they keep stopping you before you say the name.
Almost like it's painful. Because it is.
Don't refer to me as that. That's not who I am now. That was actually told to me by somebody. Don't refer to me as that. That's not who I am now. I need help reconciling those things. There's a big difference. And guess which one I'm actually going to help out? Both. The first one, I'm going to insist he's a therapist and probably a psych doc for some medication. The second one, I am also going to suggest a therapist, but I'm also going to try and do the deep dive work to help him with them pain bodies. It's that kind of a situation. Past lives are cool when you actually dig down deep into them because it shows you some very interesting things about yourself. When you actually go through regression, which is an actual process of going back and touching base with those particular instances of your soul's existence. There's some really neat shit that comes about. You can find out why it is that you have certain phobias. You can find out why it is that you have certain pains, physical pains, or illnesses, or uh, different kinds of thought processes, memories, or um, skill sets that no one else has. You can find some really awesome things, and it's very beneficial to go through regression and understand that. The more you know where you came from, the more it is that you know who you are. But people don't do that. People really don't do that. They see something, or it's the same thing that we did as kids. You see a superhero, or you see a movie star, or you see a TV personality, you see a comic book character or a cartoon or whatever. You see that and you go, I want to be that, because that is easier than who I am. That is still make believe. That's not real.
Mm-hmm.
That's not accurate. That's playing pretend. Whereas, those people that are like, look, I don't want you to call me by any name. I'm not asking for that. What I'm asking for is assistance. That's what makes the difference. We've helped a lot of people over the years actually come to terms with a lot of interesting things through regression. And there are licensed therapists and licensed regressionists that can actually help you out with trance movement into regression. So they take you backward through hypnotism. And the biggest reason why is the mind needs to be able to wander. They don't want your bias. They don't want your opinion. They don't want your input. What they want to know is the facts, the regressionist. They want to know is facts. What is it that you see, experience, understand? Where were you? Who were you? Why were you? And in the end, the point of it is to help you with current trauma. Some things are brought forward.
I know that this was a joke comment. However, it's actually really on par with the point. I bet it took several lives for Genghis Khan to free himself of his syphilis trauma.
I mean, all jokes aside, yeah, probably.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. Same thing with fucking Napoleon. But whatever. A tiny French bastard. But
Shit.
Now you know everybody loves that French weenie.
nice.
Croissant.
Nice. J'accuse.
That's actually, that boils down pretty much to the crux. So MJ asked, why not just be the best that you can? And Jake responded and said that would take self-responsibility.
Damn. How about that? And good for y'all. Like, for real, good for y'all. That is literally the situation.
Mm-hmm.
The only point in understanding who it is that you were is to understand who it is that you are. And I'm saying that because repetition is key to learning.
Yay! Learn stuff.
But the big deal here is this is your life now. Knowing that stuff that came prior is great, because you can, once again, you can remember skills that you didn't have, or get over certain roadblocks or mental blocks or phobias or different things like that you have going on. that you have no real explanation for, or get some kind of understanding into things like birthmarks or uh, issues with your body that you didn't really have a medical explanation for. You can find all that stuff through regression, but other than helping you get through this life, what does it fucking matter? This life is the one that fucking matters. Because this is who you are, and this is the one that you're in.
If you're a shitty individual now, and you were a shitty individual then, what have you learned?
Not a damn thing.
Truth.
If you were a shitty individual then, and you are choosing differently now, good for you.
Lesson learned.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you that believe in soul contracts or reincarnation for the sake of learning lessons, good for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking point.
Yeah. So, why is this such a hot button topic?
Because everybody is a unique and special snowflake that requires the daintiest of touch. Otherwise, they melt. I.e., they throw a temper tantrum like a 3-year-old because you told them no.
What does that have to do with the topic last week?
Because-
what was the topic last week? I was sick. Wasn't here.
Trauma or triggered, and essentially why each happens.
Okay.
Because everybody is a special and unique. But all jokes aside, usually the reason why this is an important topic and the reason why it's a hot button topic is everybody would love to be someone else at some point in their life. Have someone else's life, have someone else's experiences. It's within human nature to eventually, at least one time or another in your life, be envious. Or to at least daydream. If you're not envious, at least daydream about what it would be like to have certain people's privilege. Some people, and this is actually unfortunate. This is where I'm actually going to get a little bit serious. Some people take that to the point of delusion. They would like to get out of their life so much that they would literally be a charlatan. They would masquerade as somebody else just for the opportunity to have a taste of what it is that they think they want.
It's really sad.
Because it's something completely different than what they have. That is a real thing. There are people that actually have mental breaks as a result of that. And lean so far into the delusion that they believe that they are those people. And when they are told that they aren't those people, it is complete blasphemy unto the Lord that you would ever say such a thing until they figure it out for themselves, that they had been deluding themselves. And the unfortunate part of that situation is it usually ends in one of 3 ways. One of them is permanent. We don't need to go into any further detail with that one. I'm pretty sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. The second one is medical intervention, specifically for here. And the last one is if the first 2 weren't options, they disappear. They completely isolate, they hermit. They had been living a lie so long that they forgot what it is to live, and because of that, they push everybody away. It's a very rough situation. And right now, it's a craze in the paranormal and the metaphysical community to talk about past lives and where it is that we are and were and all this other stuff. It's a big craze. It's a huge thing. And The problem with that is it's just like any other fad. Everybody has to have some kind of thing that actually relates. Some of us literally dug ditches. Some of us were school teachers. Some of us were fruit vendors. Some of us were, you know, literal laborers.
Some of us were hiding from the government because they were, not, not someone that was welcome.
You know, some people went through horrible situations. Some people were the victim, not the murderer. Some people were, you know, the war, time soldier that actually took the bullet instead of the one that fired it. You know,
Sometimes you were bayoneted.
Mm-hmm.
yay! But it's that kind of
Some of
thing.
us were piss boys. I was hoping.
So-
I was hoping.
someone's.
Oh no, it was Dad.
Okay. We're
Was you saying I said that?
we're carrying the joke because I was actually gonna ask if it was Jeff.
Yes, it was.
Okay. Yeah. No. Piss on or piss off? Which is it? I would rather be pissed off than pissed on, but some people have a kink. We have a ticker. This is an 18 plus show. Blah 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 blah. This is for entertainment purposes as
Yes.
well as the sake of education.
Y'all are watching our show. These are our opinions.
Lord, for the love of God, I love you, Facebook and YouTube, but Jesus, you're annoying.
Back to the thing, not everybody died great. Most people didn't.
Most people died
Horribly.
really heinously. Ass up, face down in a fucking ditch covered in shit. That's literally how that goes. But
And there literally is only one soul that can be that specific person that was famous that's being referenced.
true.
And odds are they don't want you to fucking know them. You want to know who I feel really bad for?
The person that actually was.
Yeah. You want to know who I feel bad for? People like, celebrities like Michael Jackson who reincarnate. Sweet God.
God, imagine coming back from that.
That'd be awful. Like, what do you do?
It's a rough situation. Reincarnation, past lives, future lives, the whole bit, it's romanticized. Just like anything else. It's a situation where people want to forget their trauma or blame their choices on the actions of someone they never were or knew. Well, I did this in a previous life, so that's the reason why you have to put up with it now, even though it's been several hundred to a couple thousand years. Bitch.
Being someone of quote unquote hierarchy in a past life does not give you the right to be a dick in this one.
Sure doesn't. Because guess what? You shop at Walmart like the rest of us motherfuckers right now.
You really want to talk about hierarchies? A couple comments back was 100% right. Most famous people died horribly.
Oh, in awful ways. And usually because they couldn't handle their celebrity.
Elvis. You really want that conversation? How'd you die?
OD'd in a heart attack while I was trying to take a shit.
That's horrible. Like, that's awful. Why would you? It's funny. I can't. I'm sorry.
By the way, those weren't the actual details.
No.
Putting that out there so people don't fucking slam us. Those weren't the actual details. However, yes, he did.
I mean, nobody dies pretty, okay? Once that happens, shit literally expels.
And that's literally kind of a thing.
That's my point. Nobody
Maybe
dies
that's
pretty.
why he was sitting on the shitter.
It's very likely.
He was prepared.
And you know what? Good for him.
He was ready for his reincarnation cycle. He came back as an Elvis impersonator.
I was waiting on it because Jake jumped on that too.
Elvis is still alive.
The Weekly World News said so.
He's alive and well in the hearts of millions.
Jesus.
But
yeah, I mean, if you couldn't handle yourself then,
how can you handle yourself now?
And why would you want to claim that if you weren't? It's one thing to take the wisdom learned from different points in time. Like, right after dying from, being poisoned if you were some sort of queen, king, whatever the hell, and you happen to be lucky enough to do it again, which God forbid. God forbid that. If you learn to maybe have someone taste your fucking food, it's a wise thing to do.
Yo, you try this first.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, you can have a taste. You want to try it? I've had it before. Oh, yeah. How you feeling? I'm not feeling so good. Yeah, send it back.
Yeah. That's my point, though. Like, why would you want to be these famous people? You know who? No one wants to be fucking Henry VIII. Like, why would you? Why? Why would you choose that? But you want to choose Cleopatra? Someone has to be one of the individuals, because there's no way an unlucky soul was that fucking unlucky to be both.
King John as opposed to fucking Richard.
Right?
Like,
why the fuck would you want that? Oh, I was King Henry VIII in I'm fucking leaving with my head intact. Like, no.
Jeez. Jeez.
What the fuck? But in summation, just remember that if you do start to dive into past lives, reincarnation, it's actually a good thing.
It is.
We've said it a few times tonight. It gives you the chance to review who you were so you understand some of the things about who you are now. And it gives you the chance to not make the same fucking mistakes, which is really what's important.
I mean, that's kind of the point.
It's kind of the point.
It's kind of the point.
Why would you want to make the same mistake for repeated lifetimes?
I don't know. Some people continue to.
True, but
I mean, choices or whatever. But yeah, it's one of those things of those that actually have that kind of connection never say that they have that kind of connection. Those that tout that kind of connection want attention. Or, in certain cases, really need attention because it is a cry for help.
Yep.
It's not to say that those who have that kind of connection to past lives shouldn't share them, but be aware of what it is that's going to cause. You're going to really need to be able to prove it. You're going to really need to be able to give a little bit of something more than what anybody could, roll through a reference section in a library and find. You're going to have to give something a little bit different. Something concrete. There have been people throughout the years that have actually been able to do that, as well as kids who had passed away from injury or were in wars or were certain types of soldiers or even nobility, and actually were born in this life with the same fucking scars and could point at it at 3 years old, 3 years old, and go, I got this from this. It's amazing to watch that shit because
it's cool.
They have no frame of reference and can literally go, this is what I wore, this is how things were, this is what was going on, this is.
No, we're back.
and the whole bit.
Well, see, with you talking like that, I remember watching something on the news about this kid who described the Titanic. He was like 4 years old,
Mhm.
and he described the ice water, the Titanic, to a T.
Yeah,
It's cool as shit.
there's been a couple. There's a little redheaded boy on the news for like ever, who had been shot before. He took one literally in his heart and had a birthmark where the bullet actually penetrated. And was like, I was shot right here. Well, and it was asked of him, well, did your daddy tell you that, or what is it, some kind of joke? No, this is what the man looked like. This is exactly the kind of gun it looked like. I remember I died in the hospital, like this whole situation. And I'm sitting here going, well, that kid's real. That kid's legit. Same thing with the kid that Tyree's talking about that experienced the Titanic. That's some wild ass shit for a 4-year-old to be able to fucking talk about. You know, and especially being able to recall it to that degree. And that's the important thing. You have to be able to understand that people are going to want to know details.
Mhm.
If you're going to give those kinds of claims, you have to be able to back that up. And notice what happened to those kids. They were inundated in everyone's minds, on everybody's TV, and those kids probably couldn't even walk into a school. Their families were probably completely just swarmed when they went to restaurants or grocery store, anything like that, just trying to live normal lives. If they weren't being chastised, they were being asked a bunch of fucking questions.
Because you get one of two things that happens. You either get the people that are like, that's unholy and unchristian, or you get the people that are like, tell me every single detail and I want to know how you died and I want to know all the things and I want to know all the stuff. Like, that's horrible to do to a child.
What the fuck do you mean?
That child doesn't know anything about this life. Like, they are still caught up in the last life.
Because they're still fresh in this one. Think about that too. For those that actually lived interesting lives, because everybody has, even if it doesn't seem interesting to you, people will get a regression, come out that you were like a sheep farmer or some shit. That was day in, day out for the entirety of your life. You never left the fucking hillside in your sheep. You lived your entire life as a sheep farmer. There are people out there that are going to be like, that is cool as shit. It's fucking amazing. And then other people out there are going to be like, well, you could have been better. Why didn't you do anything with your life?
Shit, you not.
Or, oh, well, you were a sheep farmer, but I did all these things. Like, yeah, well, how the fuck did you die? You got a sword through the back, or a gunshot to the head,
Or your head got chopped off.
or some kind of poisoning, or you died of some dumbass accident because you weren't paying attention. I died of old age tending to my sheep. Which one's the better life? It's that kind of thing.
Perspective.
Everybody has to understand that we're all going to have our turn at that particular seat at the table. Everybody is. At one point or another in their existence, everybody has or will be in a position that is well above and beyond what it is we currently think we are capable of. It is just going to happen because the soul is going to continue. And until the world is destroyed and we wind up having to find something else, we are also going to continue here and doing what it is that we do. old school you, regardless of ditch digger or duchess or duke, you know.
Did you almost say douche?
Yeah, I did actually. I was like that. That's a little bit of an extreme joke, but yeah, no, I did. Uh, but regardless, they didn't know they were gonna fucking exist again, and even if they did know, they had no idea that they were gonna exist in this day and age, this particular timeline. They had no fucking idea. Why does that matter to you now?
And if it does matter, you got to think about why. Because there's either a reason or there's a reason.
A lot of people are focused on the past because they can't handle the present. Now, can past life regression and understanding who you were, we've said this a trillion fucking times tonight. Yes. Yes, it can. It can give you some insight, but that is all it can actually do, is give you some insight. A little bit of perspective on how things were so you understand how things are. However, that allows you to make choices. Choices change you for the better, hopefully, if you make good ones. They're not that hard to make. And once you do, your next life won't have those particular burdens. And hopefully, if you make the particular choices that are needed, your current life will start to alleviate those particular burdens. Focusing on who it is that you were more than who it is that you are is dangerous, because then you forget who it is that you need to be. When you start thinking about all the lives that you've lived as opposed to the one that you're living, you're not really living it. Exactly, phone. So, we've had a lot of fun talking about this, joking around the whole bit. A lot of what it is that we've talked about is 100% true. It's literally, it is a psychological tool that is used right now to help people, especially when it's found out that current methods are not working. Regressions are a great way to move forward, because then your therapist, psychologist, psychiatrist, hopefully a combination of those, can help you through things. Um, because knowing those traumas allows you to understand current traumas, which allows you to work through them so they don't become perpetuated traumas. But truthfully, y'all, the best thing that you can do in these kinds of situations, whether you know who it is that you were, or you're interested in who it is that you were, or you don't even give a fuck about who it is that you were, is to live the life that you've been given. Enjoy the things that you have. Be aware of where it is that you are going. The current mistakes and the current things that you should be learning from your current past, as in from the time you were born in this life till now, are the things that you should worry about fixing. They're the things that you should actually give a fuck about really influencing your life at the moment. Not every person is royalty or nobility or even in a high standing, has a lot of money, whatever else, in a past life. Not everybody is that in this life. What matters is who you are and who it is that you want to be. Last thing that I'll say, and I'll let Tyree and Pat close things out, is even if you were those things then, if you were those things again in this life, would it really change things? Would it really make a difference? You're still going to struggle. You're still going to have stress. You're still going to have responsibility. You're still going to have, all kinds of obligations. You're still going to have to remember a lot of important things. You're still going to have to live. Just because it seems as though things were better if you had a past life of a higher stature, or are better because you view things of a higher stature, quote unquote, more important in this life, doesn't change the one you're living. It doesn't change the fact that they struggle just as much. Any life is just about living it. No big secret. Nothing that has to be figured out. No grand formula. No big design. Life is a series of choices that we make. It's up to us whether or not we're actually going to do something with it or not. The rest of it is all chance. 100% privilege of where we were born, how we were born, and why. Do with what you have, what you will. And don't worry as much about whether or not you were a great queen or king of a previous life.
Yes.
Say words.
You got anything?
Words.
Do you have?
And I am pretty sure I was never a great king or queen.
I mean, you're a great queen now.
I wouldn't say that.
Well, I mean, you're not like.
So you don't have
But-
anything?
but like Jeff asked, which past life was the origin of me getting shot? As of right now, I don't think I've ever been shot in a past life. I've only had one past life regression.
You weren't shot in that one. You were just bayoneted.
Yeah, I had got bayoneted. And that story in itself is hilarious as fuck.
Kinda
Because
is.
my dumb ass was like, hey, what is a past life regression? Can I get one?
Sassy queen.
And Steven's like, set your ass down.
Let's go. Brian had to catch him.
But what's really funny about this is the fact that we were at a church.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
We were at a church
We were.
in their parking lot. I started seeing all these funky ass buildings.
That's where Lexington Pagan Pride was. It was at a church facility.
It's amazing.
Oh, it was great.
But I was seeing all these funky ass buildings. I was hearing cannons. I was smelling gunpowder.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the middle of a freaking war. I turned around and I was actually doing the motions. I turned around to look behind me, and as I come back out, turned back around forward, I actually went back out of my chair, and Brian had to catch me.
He did. Because Tyree literally, like the chair went, Tyree went, he was off the ground. Brian actually had to brace him, catch him.
And put me back in the chair. But yeah, that's the only past life regression I have. I want to do more, but I'm scared to do them.
I mean, after that experience.
Well, no, I was watching a documentary. I think it was on Showtime. It was of these guys that were going around Ireland or Scotland. And they went to this old prison. And while they were going around touring the old prison, I actually sat there on my couch and had a massive panic attack. Like I felt like I had been there. So, no, I don't want to go back into a past life.
Godspeed, man. Like, for real on that. Godspeed. Like, for fuck's sake.
Actually, maybe we would do that one time. Maybe we should do that.
Fair.
Maybe I was Cleopatra.
Maybe you were the most queen of all queens.
But I had to have a dick.
I said what I said. I said what I
We
said.
got a ticker.
Cleopatra may have been a stage name. They didn't have tape back then, but you definitely could have tucked. We have a ticker.
Maybe that was the reason why they invented duct tape.
It could have been. I know exactly what's going on.
I'm still fucked up on that's why they invented duct tape. And Cleopatra had plenty of dick.
That was her claim to fame.
Uh-huh.
Well, she had plenty of dick because she was a badass chick, and then she got plenty of dick.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
On that one, 100%.
Maybe she was getting and giving at the same time.
I mean,
Maybe that's the snake that actually killed her.
She didn't tuck it right.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Julius Caesar had an 11th.
It was Mark Antony, by the way. It wasn't Julius Caesar.
I know. Oh my god. I had something super serious I was gonna say, and fuck it. Fuck it.
I mean, you could try. I usually fumble through.
Go for it.
Essentially, don't be afraid if you were somebody that was just digging ditches or scooping shit in your past lives. You know, everybody actually has a reason for the things that they did. Because that's what people fucking forget, is even the people that, you know, died suddenly, seems like they had a super boring fucking life. They all had a purpose for something. And that's what people fucking forget. Is it doesn't matter what it is that you did. It matters what you did. Because it doesn't matter if you were a king or a queen. It matters what it is you actually did with life.
There it is.
It matters if you fulfilled the purpose of that life. Not everybody has a grandiose purpose, that specific life. Sometimes your purpose is just to understand what it means to be peaceful and happy.
What's that?
That sheep farmer.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
No comment.
Inflatable sheeps for Christmas. There we go. Now we know.
All right, I'm going to read some of these comments. I don't know how many I can actually read online.
We do have to be careful.
I have to be kind of careful, but I will try.
You know, we are not a PG show. However, certain things can get us in trouble. So
Yeah.
we do have to be careful.
Random fact for the day. When you walk with weights, it's not called walking. It's called rucking.
True.
Howdy, everybody. Can't snark because of the job, but remember, no one is ever a Dickenstein street urchin who shined shoes for a living, who died from consumption, named Bob in a past life, always a soldier for Caesar.
Jeez.
Hail science!
Hail science.
Oh my god. I'm scrolling for a second because there's certain things that I'm just like, I need to scroll past that.
You're gonna have to read me some of these after.
It was back when you were ranting about the people who were trying to claim that song was royalty. So I'm like, I'm skipping that for now. A royal in a fast life, a royal pain in the ass, and the cicada comment is still fantastic.
Absolutely.
I learned all my lessons. I ain't coming back again. Shame. It was the next comment.
Good to know our community has each other. They're like, yo, I'm not coming back. Yeah, fuck yeah, let's go.
I'm just training for the quickening. There can be only one.
Oh my god.
Rather be a ghost and scare people that are on my list. I mean, they have temples in India where you feed, I think it's feed rats because they're supposedly reincarnated people, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
Well, history says a lot of folks were, quote, fucking Cleopatra, end quote, technically. Yes. That's the dead comments again.
Yes.
I was a small-time records keeper in Egypt and got offed because I sucked at record keeping. Oh!
I mean, oh no.
No!
Oh no. You have one job.
Oh, that's not great. It's okay. I got offed in several past lives for several things.
Same. Same. I died some pretty
egregious and heinous deaths.
and
Yeah.
others were just abysmal just because they were sad.
Yeah.
Like, oh, come on.
Yeah. That's why I was like, not all deaths are, none of the deaths are nice. Even the nice deaths, I think it gives people an ego boost to think that they're royalty, etc. If they don't feel worth much in this life, they might gravitate towards a well-documented figure. It makes them feel special.
True.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of it.
My past life taught me to keep better records.
Oh, no. That's good. Oh man.
Oh my god. My past lives are just mundane, normal people with special things that they did. Yeah. Seriously, I've been just a dude in my past lives. That didn't mean I didn't do amazing shit, though.
That's it.
It cracks me up still. Death. You accomplished death. Oh, God. That's why there's so many people that were former royal. Turnover.
Motherfucker.
True. Achievement unlocked. XP given 8,000 points. Oh, Dad asked where his grandchild was. He's in the car.
He is still outside.
Yes.
He didn't want to come in tonight.
No, this is not his normal shtick. So he will appear at other points, though. He'll probably appear this weekend at the Central Kentucky Mystical Market. Come out and see us in Grundle.
Actually, yeah, if you want to come out and get your picture taken with Grundle.
Yeah, he'd love it.
Actually, it'd be free as long as you don't mind us posting it.
Yeah. What did that past life teach you to get through this one in a better way? Pretty much. No one is ever the reincarnation of Caligula or a certain German that failed out of art school.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's a good one. That's a good one. The reincarnation of catharsis itself. It just
Hi to everybody who joined late. Jake, you need to be more specific. There's been a lot of failed German artists over the centuries.
we need to be very careful about how specific some of us.
I'm skipping that comment. Don't you worry.
I was wondering. So I'm like, no. Godbold is gonna actually, he's gonna come through for his fellow community mates. It just
he did. I'm skipping the comment. I was once told I was a guard at the Egyptian tombs and was a friend with many of the theologists of the time. I have zero draw to anything Egyptian. It fits. LOL.
I mean, look, people don't go into theology because they want to understand. People go into theology because they want to make other people think they understand.
Oof.
So I wouldn't want anything to do with that life either.
Poor Napoleon.
Poor Napoleon. It would be traumatic to have his mummified junk stolen. Well, it's my understanding. Well, it's my understanding you need like an extreme microscope to see it. 'Cause my understanding he didn't have anything.
Poor P. Owen.
Damn. Damn.
You got a point, though.
Fucking funny.
Oh, who were you in a past life? Don't fucking ask me. I don't want to fucking talk about it.
None of your fucking business.
If you never learn from your life, you are doomed to repeat mistakes.
Absolutely.
The person you are today is the most important. You can heal past life trauma and karma in this life, which can free the last one. Oh my god.
Good shit.
If not the trauma, if the trauma was herpes, that shit's forever. Fucking A. I mean, it's easier to focus on a past person instead of looking at your current one. The current stuff is usually the roughest.
That's it.
Be careful whose life you wish for. You may get something you regret.
True.
And shakes that. Ooh, sounds like a sequel to Obsession.
Motherfucker. God, that movie.
Shit.
God, that movie.
I just want to be a better person today than yesterday. Yeah. I just want peace. Peace. My kingdom for peace. Some of us were piss boys. I tried being a hermit. People kept finding me. Excuse me. Y'all check out The Love Has One cult leader, Amy Carlton, who died. She had a lot of that going on. I think she said one of her parents was Donald Trump in his past life. That's a wild story. So the individual that is Donald Trump
Okay.
was apparently this cult leader's parent in a past life.
Wow.
That's a rough claim.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Love has one. Love has one. That's I think that's the name of it. And then it was a cult leader named Amy Carlton.
Interesting.
That's a lot.
That's really intense.
That is a lot.
That's kind of a yarn board situation.
Yeah, I had to even tap so I could distinguish. It wasn't like the movies. It sucked. Yeah. Here's gonna happen to me. I die the moment it happens. A zombie apocalypse happens, and the next thing you know, I'm eating brains.
I mean,
Always
same,
possible.
Same.
Elvis is partying in Casablanca with Tupac, Marilyn, and Bat Boy.
That's an awesome comment. I'm here for that.
That's how Swayze won Demi's heart.
It's good. It's good.
Once again, historically speaking, a lot of folks were, quote, fucking Henry VIII. End quote.
Also true.
Don't let him fuck you in the afterlife. Probably thought by Stick Chick. Yes. Don't let him fuck you in the afterlife. But if you do in this lifetime, maybe, just maybe, you'll learn the lesson this time and release it from the past. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Ego can take you out.
Every time.
Tyree is a great queen in this life.
Agreed.
I am still a mutt. LOL. A mutt is a mix, and that's okay. I did my DNA with Ancestry. It's very interesting. Yes. Because when we do them, we get to deal with them. Yeah. Cleopatra had plenty of dick.
We have all established that she was indirectly a her.
Yes. She was not a her. She was a queen for her people.
Indeed.
Sometimes you just gotta do all of the dudes. It just happens sometimes.
I will defer to that section.
That's a breather life to heal. You look at things. Exactly. Normal people can do amazing things. Fuck yeah.
Absolutely can.
That's bad.
Talking about the inflatable sheep. By the way, it's going to fuck y'all up if we wind up with them. And I'm like, that fucking close to already starting. Actually, I tell you what, if you guys want to see certain SMX members achieve the goal of adopting an inflatable sheep for Christmas,
Oh my god.
I would like to see sheep gifts in the comments. The more sheep gifts that we get, the more sheep gifts are given.
Oh, that's heinous.
That's perfect. It's perfect. As Tyree's like, I'm on it. So
They got a black one too.
Oh. Ew. What the fuck? Why is, of course there's a dude.
I love how that was the focus.
Of course there's a dude with
Of course there's a dude with it.
Shit.
As we look up inflatable sheep on a fucking live, you
My,
know.
my apologies. We have
a ticker.
We do have a ticker, and we actually have some stones of the week to go with this type of
That goes with
discussion.
inflatable sheep.
No,
It
that's
can.
a different type of stone. You have one in the other room, and a lot of other people sell them at different shows. Come see them because you just have to ask for the 18+ stuff.
Oh, you mean that stone that made you shut up
Yes,
for once in your life?
the one that blew my throat chakra out. Yes.
What's bad is that it's all true.
It is.
But what's really bad is the shape of the stone.
Tyree
And
tapped it, and it blew my throat.
But the shape of the stone and it blew your throat out.
It did. It actually did. It threw my system into a chakra storm.
It really penetrated. It went deep straight to the throat. She took the whole thing in one sitting.
Are you fucking okay?
Right here. Completely serious.
It did actually happen. Where the fuck was I at?
Now take that deep lore exactly the way that you want to and leave your fanfics elsewhere because I definitely don't want to know any of that shit. So
it was a rough go, guys. It was a really rough go. I was so upset. God smoked weed. Look at the platypus. That was not a proud moment, LMAO. Chick said, hey, I was good. Just sort of. People go into theology for tax breaks. Fuck. Hey, I'd be proud of making a beaver with a duck's head, lays eggs, and can be venomous. And the sweet, sweet cash. That's the real reason for getting into theology. Joel Olstein.
oh,
Ooh, God. Oh, love is one. Oh, okay. Love has one. Okay, that's a fucked up story in a mummified corpse covered in glitter makeup.
what? How the fuck did we get there?
That's the cult leader.
How the fuck did we get there? Like,
That was the cult leader that was like, oh, this person was my parent in the past life. Listen, fuck around, Jake, and I will cosplay as Sarah from Obsession. Because she was like, with Stick Chick's new haircut, she could cosplay as Sarah. That'd be fun, though. I might do that. Jake said, I have disposable income. To Temu I go. I don't think it's the same inflatable type of animal that you have there, Dad. You have an inflatable pig. We're definitely looking at something different. I hope. I'm going to tell myself we're looking for something different.
Oh, no. We're looking for the thing that the ticker is needed for.
Uh-huh. We have sheep. We have sheep. And Gimpare is getting a friend.
Nice.
One of my wedding gifts was a blow-up sheep. I should have kept it. Wait, there's a rock for getting an inflatable sheep?
I don't know. Let's ask Deb.
Fuck.
By the way, Rocky Hounds will be there this weekend.
Yes, and I'm going to read these comments. Get back. And then actually tell y'all a little bit about the stones of the week. Give them the proper respect. They're called love sheep.
Everybody loves sheep.
Everybody loves sheep. Sheep are gross.
Sheep are pretty
Sheep are gross. But back to
don't be fleeced. They're pretty nasty.
Gross. So say that you are working on, reaching some of those past life portions. What are some stones that could help you get there? At least that you might want to have rocking around while you actually have the connections being made. Black kyanite. First of all, always a good one. A solid protection stone for lots of different reasons. But really helps clear the energetic blocks and the mind navigate timelines, which is fucking cool. So if you're looking to get there, a black kyanite fan will help out quite a bit, especially if you're meditating with it. Next one up is aquamarine, because it helps calm fears and supports a gentle regression. So all of these are really good to help meditate and actually get to that point. Please, for the love of fuck, do not do a regression by yourself.
No. You either need someone to facilitate it or you need someone to be an anchor point if you're doing that for yourself.
But don't be surprised if they recommend these stones after. Or if you take them with you. That'd be a great idea, actually. Because the third one is petrified wood. It is a record keeper for the earth and links you directly to your roots. So, you could actually put those at different points in your chakras and actually do a regression with somebody who can help you with that. Friends don't let friends do regressions or cord cuttings by themselves. Be responsible.
PSA.
Damn it. Also, close your Ouija board sessions. Fuck. Do better.
All right, Mom. Fucking.
Drink your water and eat.
Fucking relax.
Seriously, though, please do not actually do a past life regression by yourself. For the love of God. It's really going to fuck your mind up. Please don't do that. Please do it with somebody that actually knows what they're doing so that they can help you do the right things. Just in case you have a moment of time where, you get bayoneted and take a dive. It doesn't have scours yet. It's about to have something, though. For those of you that are curious, scours is diarrhea.
Explosive and projectile.
Yes. Because the comment was, please tell me the sheep y'all are looking at does not have scours.
No, it doesn't.
No. I hope to God it doesn't. It's gross. It has someone standing behind it, though.
Gross. Gross.
If there was only an organization that could help with past lives available to help this weekend. Hi. Now you tell us. I pulled all three shards back in myself and it was rough. Everyone got easier though.
Hell yeah, man.
Fuck yeah. So, that being said, hopefully you guys learned something tonight, even if it was something small.
This particular topic is pretty cut and dry. You know,
Yep.
it's hard to have an entire live on this particular because it's simple. You know, either you get something from a past life that's beneficial, or you allow yourself to just live this one. You know, it's literally that kind of situation. Also, once again, be aware. You know, it was mentioned in the comments, it was mentioned by us, but once again, if someone is making these kinds of claims and they are having a lot of difficulties in their life, you may want to help them actually achieve therapy as a goal. And if someone does actually have these experiences and did actually live those kinds of lives, don't inundate them with questions. They want to live their current one. At the end of it, life is an interesting thing. It's a linear thing. It's not a cyclical thing. So have fun with what you have, learn from what you don't, and look forward to what you can have.
Fuck yeah.
So we are all going to be at the Central Kentucky Mystical Market this weekend. We are all going to be at Sacred Journey next month, third week of next month. So till we see y'all, and as always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Remember that those that have the power to change themselves have the power to change the world around themselves. Love y'all.
Love y'all.
Love you.